Welcome to a K-12 Food Rescue tutorial video on how do I make my school a case study. And in this case, we are using data from Ernie Pyle Elementary and IPS schools in Indiana, and we acquired that data from the online StoryGraphic log tool that K-12 Food Rescue offers at no cost for schools to collect data on food that they've rescued. And you can see that you're able to take pictures and include data on how much carbon dioxide equivalents you've reduced from the environment, as well as meals, and then pounds of food in some cases depending on what settings you use. And you can see it allows you to take photos and so forth. So it's a great tool, and then it allows you to do this case study that we're talking about. So we get this data from the National Center of Education Statistics, the NCES, and you can see that we have the number of schools in the state of Indiana. We have the number of students. We have the number of public schools in IPS, Indianapolis Public Schools, number of students in IPS, and then the number of students specifically in Ernie Pyle, which would be in this case 312. And we've also gathered statistics of the percentage of students in IPS that Ernie Pyle represents, which would be 1.22, and then the Ernie Pyle Elementary percentage of students in Indiana, which gives you our percentage there. We got on to the next total is the rescued food items by Ernie Pyle in 12 months, so basically an entire school year. We have 35,635, and then that gives us an estimate of food items per student rescued per month, which would be 14.27 for each student each month. And then it allows us to ask the question, using the above numbers, how many food items would be rescued for an entire school year? And then you can see the numbers here for Ernie Pyle, IPS schools, and then the state of Indiana, if the entire state of Indiana were to be participating based on the prorated data from Ernie Pyle Elementary. Then you can see that's a big number, over 135 million items. And then in IPS alone, it would be over 3 million food items. So then we ask the question, using the above numbers, how many meals would be rescued for an entire school year? And then we get examples of that, again, based on the numbers from the K-12 Food Rescue StoryGraphic log tool. And then we have some other questions, such as using the above numbers, how much harmful greenhouse gases, which would be carbon dioxide equivalents, would be reduced. And then we do some math there. And then we're also working on, basically how do you equate those things to perhaps, if you kept a car off the road for a certain amount of miles, and we're working on gathering that kind of data at all, but as well, excuse me. But we are offering the opportunity to make your school a case study. So you gather some food waste data, collect some food waste data, use the StoryGraphic log tool, which we provide a tool for, and then we will turn your school into a case study, much like we did, if I click on another one, Cypress Creek High School, similar to how we did Ernie Pyle. And then we'll give you this data, and you can take the data and use it however you would like to do to create more impact in your county, city, and state, and even your nation. So thanks so much for watching this video, and we look forward to making your school a case study.